Hey everybody, welcome to I'm Not Crying, You're Crying, the show about anything and everything because it's our show. I am
Reviews.
I am here with the usual suspects. Jake.
Reviews?
Jay? No, Jay. Riri's. We're not allowed to call people Riri's anymore.
Hi everybody.
What's Riri's?
And I'm Sean, and this is our theme music. He's so stupid he didn't realize I skipped him.
No, I thought
He's not on the show anymore.
Juan's gone now, everybody. So,
Yay!
and just like that, the listenership went up by 100%.
Well, thank you, man. Hey, we do what we can around here.
We all know I'm dragging the show down. We all know that.
That's okay.
We should, put a poll out. Who would
Hey, come on, dude. Come on, man. No.
Who could fill in Juan's spot? Peter, Julio, Dennis. We'll just go through the roster of people that have been on the show. Aquila,
Maria, Carlos, Natalie.
Carlos, Natalie. Sahini.
Yeah, Sahini. I got this water bottle. I could probably do it.
You know, that water bottle would actually read the show notes.
That's probably true. And this
Reviews.
And this is our theme music. Hey everybody, welcome back to I'm Not Crying, You're Crying, Season
Reviews.
9.
Oh.
Thanks, man. Season 9, Episode 4. Episode 4. Almost forgot there. I'm getting old. As always, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at INCYCSHOW.
Is it Twitter or is it X?
Well, I'll let you listen to the last episode where you asked that to get your answer, Juan.
Well, I'm just saying you should probably call it by the right name.
I did. Twitter.
It's not Twitter.
You can call it X. I'll call it Twitter. We can agree to disagree. How about that?
No one knows it as X.
Nobody calls it X. X doesn't have the same ring. But anyway, you can find us on all the socials: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube at INCYCSHOW. You can email us at INCYCSHOW.com. You can visit our website at INCYCSHOW.com and to help us find our merch and stuff like that. And again, if you're listening to us, make sure to take time to review us on the Apple podcast app or on iTunes. It'll help us find more people like you. And with that said, good afternoon, gentlemen. How are you guys? You guys doing all right?
Why are you saying good afternoon? That is just confusing. We never record in the afternoon.
Is it or is it not afternoon?
No. Well, yeah, it's evening.
Is it or is it not after?
No, don't argue fucking.
I'm not arguing. I'm asking you a question. Is it?
Okay, then you're right. I apologize.
Thank you. How are you doing, Juan?
Technically, it is the evening time.
Yeah, I know.
Thank you.
Okay.
Wow. First, Peter agrees with me, and now Jay? Fuck, somebody call Hell and see if it froze over.
Oh, do you have Hell's number?
Yeah, it's 323. Give me 1 second.
Oh, Hell is a 323 area code?
You know it is. What other area code? It's either 310 or 323 or 2213.
All those people with 323 area code. They're like, oh,
yeah.
It makes so much sense now. That's why my life sucks.
Yeah. Oh man. So anyway, good evening, gentlemen. Jay, how are you doing? You doing all right?
I'm good, Sean. How are you?
Oh, I'm fantastic, man. I am fantastic. I didn't do a good job of perusing the internet this week, so I don't have any really good stories to share this week from across the internet. But
Britney Spears is having a tell-all book too now.
I farted once on the set of Blue Lagoon.
Shut up.
No, fuck you. That's a internet news story.
Well, I mean, to piggyback on last week's topic, a lot of people are talking about Jada.
I downloaded the fucking book. I started listening to it, and within the prologue, I already called Sean and complained how pissed off I am about the fucking book.
There was a meme, and oh god, it's so funny. But they had They had two pictures. One was of the Will Smith crying meme.
Mm-hmm.
It was on the bottom.
And Alfonso Rivera.
Yeah, and the top had Alfonso Rivera with his family, and then it said Carlton won the
Yeah. Fucking mean culture, man.
Oh man, it's so funny. And I showed a couple of people, and they were laughing, but some of the younger people they weren't familiar with the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
No, they're probably familiar with the reboot of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, the more dramatic one.
Now,
like, this isn't this isn't Fresh Prince.
wait, what?
There's a dramatic.
Yeah, it's called Bel-Air.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. Yes, I knew that, but now I'm confused about the meme.
What?
That kids didn't know.
Well,
They weren't familiar with.
Oh no! I
Fresh Prince.
showed him the picture of Carlton and Will Smith, and some of the younger ones were unfamiliar with the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and who Carlton was.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Doesn't he host fucking America's Funniest Home Videos now?
He does.
Does he?
No,
Yeah.
he does. Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
He does.
He does, dude. And he came out in Dancing with the Stars. Like he's a has-been celebrity now.
I mean,
Yeah, I wouldn't call him a has-been. I mean, he just isn't doing anything. I mean, he's making steady TV, money. He's gonna be paid forever for America's
I
Funniest
really
Home
shouldn't
Video.
insult him by calling him a has-been celebrity, especially when he probably makes more money than I do in one day.
Yeah, reviewing videos of other people who he paid.
Getting kicked in the groin.
Yeah, yeah.
that is such it's such an easy show to make, but it's so popular. It's almost like watching YouTube videos and just reacting.
Makes
you
wonder if he does the voices like Bob Saget did, because when Saget used to do the show, he did the voices, he did writing and shit like that. Or do you think Alfonso Rivera is just the face and shows up and goes, "Hey, I'm here to do the cartoon"?
He does some voiceovers. he does the cheesy voiceovers. I guess they weren't here to cook. And, some kid who burned some spaghetti or some shit like that.
Like Tosh.0 did the same thing. He would do a couple jokes over some of the videos, and then Ridiculousness is the exact same show.
Yeah.
Tosh.0 did the jokes before and after the videos, whereas Bob Saget did the voiceover during the video and added his funny scripts and shit like that. I mean, Ridiculousness, that was just, I don't understand why he was even popular, to be honest.
Well, those are popular because
it's the reaction videos.
Yeah, they live in the culture of reactionary videos, and people just like to watch other people watch things that they've seen to see what they're going to do.
You know who made reaction videos cool? David Blaine.
Thanks. Yeah,
What?
thanks, man. I don't know.
No, never mind.
Thank you.
No, explain. I need to know.
David, before David Blaine, especially in magic, it was very much focusing on the magician and the illusion and not really focusing on the audience. Then along came David Blaine by the advice of Spike Lee, none other, said, "Don't focus on filming you and your tricks and your skill set. Focus on the reaction that the people have to your magic." So that was the first time that the mold was broken with, instead of focusing on what the performer was doing, it was focusing on the reaction that people had, which is where the whole stereotype of let's film black people because they have the best reactions to magic.
What?
It was a stereotype that a lot of people made fun of. A lot of spoof videos came out after David Blaine of people spoofing a magician and having black people respond because they had the most outrageous fucking reactions that people did on those videos.
I mean, I can believe that, but I have a hard time believing that David Blaine created reaction video culture.
Yeah, no, that is all America's Funniest Home Video.
America's
I think even before that,
America's Funniest Home Videos didn't have a reaction shot. It didn't have it was the dubbed fucking laugh track over it and the live audience, but they never really show the fucking audience. Now you have people showing trailers and jokes, and then at the same time they do the split screen on how people are reacting.
Yeah, I mean that's one type of reaction in video, but like America's Funniest Home Video is a reaction video. It's reacting to a video that like you see a cat falling and then they make a joke. That's a reaction.
Yeah. There's this guy. He's on TikTok. His name is like Troy Baker or Travis Baker. I can't remember, but he does some really funny like animal voiceovers. But anywho, yeah, I don't know if David Blaine is the reason why we do reaction videos. I think without YouTube, I think America's Funniest Video was the outlet for that. But to get back on topic, yeah, Will Smith and Jada, the drama goes on since the time of that whole thing. Yeah, Juan's read a little bit of her book or listened to a little bit of her book.
I tried to listen to it, and I made the mistake of trying to listen to it while my wife was in the car. And she hit me and told me to turn it off because she didn't want to listen to that shit.
Well, considering that you had a car full of people, you turned on this book, that seems a little rude if you ask me.
My wife was watching videos. My kids were making noise in the background. I wanted to catch up to my audio listening.
Yeah, anywho, but since all this stuff has dropped, Will Smith has gone on record to say that he still supports Jada 100%, that he will show up for her no matter what. And if that isn't, and I think the kids call it simping, whatever, but if that's the most like, I don't know, it couldn't be me. I think that's another thing it couldn't be me.
But honestly, how could you respond? How could anybody respond to this,
Well,
publicly with like
he did a joke video first before his official fucking video. He did this is what I come close. This is what I have to say, and then he does like a sneeze, and the camera just pans out of the country, out of the world, out of the universe type of fucking video, and then the news outlets started reporting that his true fucking comments. The real thing came up because I believe he was actually on stage for one of the book tour appearances with Jada. So people did criticize him for being on stage after he got emasculated in the book.
Again. I just, to Jay's point, I mean, how does somebody react to this? I mean, Will Smith is a public figure who has slapped a grown-ass man in the face in probably the most public way possible, So how does he recover from basically being emasculated again, over his ex-wife's like kind of crazy shit going on? And to me, I think maybe it's me, maybe it's my own pride, my own ego. But like, if I'm Will Smith and, I kind of like, and my ex-wife who I was trying to play it cool with to help us both.
They're not an ex-wife yet. She's not an ex-wife yet.
Hey, is he?
They're not exactly together anymore.
They're not divorced.
Okay, fine.
By the law, they're still together.
Fine. Juan, I don't think anyone cares. Listen, fine. They're separated. Whatever. They're not sleeping in the same bed. My point being is that like,
are they in the same house?
I don't know. Let me ask.
I haven't gotten.
Why would we
I haven't gotten to that point in the book. Are they in the same house?
Hey, hold on. Let me call Will Smith.
I don't know. I haven't even started the book.
I don't plan on it either.
You know what? It's a hard listen to.
Why?
Does she narrate it?
Yeah, she is narrating it. Yeah, and I will tell you this: out of the Smith family, Will is definitely the most charismatic one. Like, I truly enjoyed his book.
Yeah, he's Will Smith.
Yeah, he's Will Smith. He's Will motherfucking Smith. The prologue, and this is what irritated me. The prologue is called a heroine's journey.
Why did that irritate you? If she views herself like as a heroine, as a hero, then why not? Why not let her have that? But yeah, he's gone on stage and he said that he's gonna show up. He considers Jada to be his best friend, and
his best friend that abuses him and belittles him. Hey, shit! Oh my God, that's you guys, motherfuckers. That's you.
Sometimes friends just be like that.
Yeah.
God damn it. I'm friends with Jada Pinkett Smith in two forms.
Yeah, dude.
Jada Pinkett Cantley and Jada Pinkett Co.
I mean, well, okay. So let me ask: can you guys put yourself in his situation, right? So you find out last year, and I don't know how much of a surprise it was because they've been obscuring a lot, right? So I don't know if this entanglement that she releases with, she talks about with him at the Red Table Talk is. I mean, do you think he doesn't know that you think he's sitting at this table basically being told that his wife like fucked somebody else, and he's sitting here?
Well, no, if they've been separated for that long, you would assume he knew.
But that's my point, Juan, is that what I'm saying is that my point is that I don't know if this entanglement is new news to him and he just sat at that table and looked like a fucking chump. You know what I mean? Like,
well, no, I think what hurt him and made him tear up in his Will Smith teary-eye, floppy-ear look is the fact that, yes, they've been separated for all these fucking years, but she's blasting our dirty little secret for everybody to know, yet not tell them the full story. Do you think it would have been hurt, or you think he would have shown that hurt if everybody knew, yeah, we've been separated
as an
for all this
actor,
year?
as an actor, he could have done anything. That's my point, is that they obscured the truth about their separation, and not that it's anybody's business, but I just mean that, like, I just think it takes away a little bit from all of that stuff. And then to Jay's point, like, how do you react to that in the public, right? He could go on an absolute tirade, and I think some people would find it rightfully so. They were like, no, I don't fuck with Jada anymore. She lives in my house. We're figuring shit out. Like, now that my business on Front Street, like, fuck it. But again, I ask, like, if you guys are in that same situation, do you react like Will, or what's your reaction?
Well, it's unfortunate because Will Smith doesn't have a platform where he can kind of vent a lot of the stuff that he's going through. Like, he doesn't rap anymore, and he doesn't do stand up like Chris Rock, so he can't just go out in public.
No, but he has a social media presence, and he's a writer. Like, he could have done the opposite of what he did in his fucking book and blasted Jada. Yeah,
but he comes off as like an angry dickhead.
Yeah.
And that's not who Will Smith is. He's going to lose a lot of his fan base if he starts doing that.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, but again, I don't know. I mean, do you guys, Juan? Let me ask you. I mean, you. I learned how jealous you are. I mean, if you find out that A, your wife had an entanglement, and B, that you've been hiding the entire time that you are separated, she tells the world, right? Do you go on stage to stand in solidarity with her? Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought.
I mean, it's not an easy thing to, because like either way, like you support her and she's like putting you down. You look like a weak person, but you don't support her. You just come off as bitter and angry.
Yep.
So it's a kind of a lose-lose situation.
Well, yeah. I want to know. I mean, are you? Do you want to like an asshole, or you want like a bitter person? You know what I mean? Like, or you want like an idiot? You know what I mean? Like, what's the?
I'd probably go radio silent. I wouldn't respond. I wouldn't say anything.
I want to say that I wouldn't say anything, but I also want to say that, like, if I'm Will Smith, and if I'm a celebrity and someone goes, hey man, so what's going on with you and your, like, your wife, your ex-wife, what's going on there? I think that's when, some random radio show or some random TV host gets like the inside scoop of like, yeah, no, fuck that. Whatever. Like, yeah, it's dumb. I don't know what the fuck's going on. It is what it is. Like, yeah, we're working shit out. And I don't think purposefully I would try to make her seem like a bad person, but I also, like, I don't know if I would be okay with just like taking an L for no other reason than because, like, don't want to put my business on Front Street like that. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah, there has to be this fine line where you go, hey, look, she's doing her own thing. I don't know why she's putting this stuff out there. It's nothing that we discussed, like that. And it's just out there, whether you guys want to believe it or not. that's on you. But I'm living my life, and I would just kind of redirect and try to avoid anything that would make me look like either weak or bitter.
I think that's fair. I just think, I don't know, man. I wonder how long the freight train of like Jada will continue, because I honestly feel like it was a ploy because her book was coming out, so she needs to generate some more stuff. And I also feel like the entanglement thing was a ploy to kind of get some more views over to Red Table Talk on Facebook or Meta.
Is that still going on, or
no? It got canceled like shortly after. So it is my conspiratorial belief that she released this thing because obviously, like, if you're on a network, right, the network goes, "Hey, look, we got to shut some shit down unless we get X, Y, and Z going," and you go, "Okay, cool. Well, I got to figure out ways to bring eyes over." And I think that inflammatory story about her and this entanglement, and that's all things that may have been going on in the Smith household, were all things to help kind of pull views to Meta so that they could ultimately, try and save this channel that went away. Because, like, why else, before that, I'd never heard of Red Table Talk. You know what I mean? And before that, I didn't know it was even a thing.
Before the entanglement, I started getting like blurbs on my feed.
I never, and if I saw it on my feed, I never engaged in it. So it wasn't, but it also isn't for me. Like, I've never been a daytime talk show person. Like, I don't, The View or
does it even matter with that? Because I don't think it was like daytime. It was like watch it whenever you fucking want it.
Well, yeah, but it was like that same type of like gossipy, like sit down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
okay, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, that's all I mean. Like, so anywho, I don't know how long it's gonna keep going, but Will be Will. He's still rich. It doesn't matter how much shit people talk about him. He's still fucking Will Smith at the end of the day. The other bit of news that was sent to me by the Gauntlet Master General himself this morning, today, was Squid Game. Squid Game has a Netflix game show that is coming out.
Wait. It's a game show, or is it?
It's not a sequel to it's not
No,
season 2?
It is not season 2 of Squid Game. It is called...
Wait a minute. I thought they started teasing season 2 already.
They have.
So they're trying to ride on the coattails of Squid Games.
Yeah, but you have to remember that Squid Game, it's only, I want to say America is just really, really bad about like continuing TV shows, but most other like nations will make one season of something and then be done with it, so it is very highly possible that they are trying to convince the people who are in the Squid Game to do another season, but they may have moved on to do something else. But this thing is called the Squid Game, The Challenge, and it starts on November 22nd, and it is a combination of the games that we saw on the show, and it looked like they added some new games. Like there's a claw game in there, and
wait, do people get murdered?
They don't,
I was about to ask the same thing.
That was my first question. And they don't get murdered, but they get hit with what looks like a paintball. So as I watch a trailer, it looks like someone they get hit with a paintball, and they go, "Oh, like I guess this is how I get out." So they don't kill people, but I told this to Ozzy when he sent it to me, which is, if they don't get killed, then I don't feel like they earn the money. It's $2.4 million. I think that's at stake here. And correct me if I'm wrong. Excuse me. Correct me if I'm wrong. But in the Squid Game, a lot of people can survive in the end. But the more people survive, the more you got to split the money, right? Is that the?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're the lone survivor, you get the entire pot.
Yeah. So I am very curious. I'm very curious how they'll keep the tension high in this game. And if they'll have, because the Squid Game, if you haven't seen it yet, spoiler alert, there was an inside man, kind of playing the whole time. So I wonder if there'll be lots of people like that. And of course, I wonder if there'll be, and I'm not a fan of like those reality like TV game shows. Are you guys fans of those? Like Survivor or the race or the big race or something like that? Or
no, I've never watched any of those shows.
Yeah. Neither have I. Neither have I. So I'm curious. I will watch out of morbid curiosity, but I don't know if I'll enjoy it as much as I enjoyed this fictional story about, people winning a bunch of money, being loaned a bunch of money and then like trying to win it all back. But yeah, so
if you were given the opportunity to participate in this Squid Game game, knowing that, well, eventually finding out that you'd be murdered if you don't win the whole thing, would you participate?
If I know that if I don't win, I'm going to be murdered, no, I don't participate. I think if I thought, if I think there's a chance that if I thought it was an innocent game and I was like, oh yeah, I'll play this game, and if I get out, I get out. Yeah, I'm dumb enough to play. I'm like, there's enough of a chance of me to.
Yeah, but that's how they get people to play in the first place, because they tell them, hey, well, they kidnap everybody, but
yes,
in the beginning, they tell people that they're going to play a game, and that they would win the money.
Yeah, I think if that's all I knew, and I was like looking for money like that, then yeah, I would play. I mean, and the fact that I was gonna die, like that's insane. Like once I realized that, I would ask, I would press that button right away. Like I don't, I think it had to be unanimous, right? Like the thing is that
to either play or forfeit, right?
Yeah. I would leave, and there's no fucking way I would come back. Like, people are dying, and if I somehow survive like that first round, yeah. The second I realize I get the fuck out, I get out. I don't. Yeah.
Pretty soon we're gonna have Saw the game.
Are we?
It sounds like it, man.
I fucking love Saw.
Oh, Saw the game.
I would, I would watch that. I love Saw. I mean, because I think, Jigsaw's giving people, he's like, hey man, you spent your entire life smoking cigarettes. So you either need to smoke 1,000 cigarettes or I'll have these ropes pull your lungs out, because it's the same fucking difference. You know what I mean? And then at the end of it, you're like, never smoke another cigarette. I think Jigsaw is on
are you doing, did you watch Saw 10?
No, I haven't seen it yet. But I want to watch it. But I think, Jigsaw is teaching people valuable lessons. That from Saw 2, that girl, one of the most disturbing scenes ever was when she gets dumped into that pit of hypodermic needles to find a key. Right?
Oh God.
Yeah. It's to this day, it's the most disturbing thing. My skin is crawling right now just fucking thinking about it. But like, because of that, and it's a movie, but because of that, she's like, I never touch another fucking needle again. And the reason why they put her is like, well, you sticking yourself anyway. It's, it's fucking crazy. It's just, anyway.
Yeah, I mean, with the Squid Game, most of those, well, all of the contestants, they were in like real dire financial situations,
Yeah. And I mean, again, I think I said when we did the review, like back in season 2 or 3, like, who kept loaning these people money? Like some of these people were millions of dollars in debt. And like, who, like, after someone's like, over like $500,000 in debt, like who just keeps loaning you money, Like
you should just go online, dude. Know. Go online. You can find a bunch of websites that'll just give you money.
That's insane.
You just have to give up your kidney, man.
I just think that's insane. Like you're like, yeah, man. Oh, if I can just have a really good day, I'm going to take this $1 million that I borrowed. I'm going to go to casino and hope that I can turn it into $2 million to pay back the $1 million I borrowed and the $1 million that I owe. That's some insane logic in my brain that makes no fucking sense. You know what I mean? So
it's the American way, Sean.
Well, it's it's the hamster wheel. Like you're always like trying to run and trying to grab something that's out of reach.
Yeah. I think, and I mean, that's what makes it appealing. I feel like, I don't know. But to answer your question, Jay, I feel like if I knew that I was going to die or I could be killed, I would not participate, because I feel like the money I owe is not worth it. Like if I was in enough debt where I was like, well, doing this is not going to be harmful, but then I realized people start dying, yeah, I press that button right away. And then if I'm, if I don't take it seriously, like those people on the fucking the red light, green light game, yeah, then I fucked up already, because those people got taken out like immediately.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
Yeah, it was horrible. It was horrible to watch. But that was like the most shocking thing. It changed everything.
Red light, green light, is that the one where if they move, they got mowed down?
I'll let you think about how red light, green light works
No, but
Yeah, they shoot the shit out of you. They blew this guy's brains out.
It wasn't just you. It was the people around you.
Anybody that moved on a red light would get shot.
Yeah, like any motion, like any type of motion. Like, there was a big deal that old man, I think, grabbed that guy by the shirt. Remember that? He was going to fall.
Because he could have died.
Yeah.
At any time, he could have died in any of these.
Yeah, dude. The show's good. The show's really good. Do you guys have any other news? Any other news going on? I got.
Britney Spears is coming out with a book too.
Is she really?
Yeah, you think I was joking when I said it? It's another fucking memoir shit. Apparently, every celebrity is doing it, but a lot of people are giving it hubbub because she talks about the fact that she was pregnant with Justin Timberlake's baby, and then she had an abortion.
Yeah, I did see that, but I didn't. I don't know if that's just the internet making up stuff, or that's just, again, Britney Spears has had a rough go of it. Like, I think, like, not that long ago, she was, like, dancing on the internet with knives, you know what I mean?
And she just did it again.
Like, I don't know. If I'm being honest, I feel bad for Britney. I feel like she
yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand. I don't think I want to know what's going on in her life. Like, I would much prefer to be left in the dark on this one. Like, I feel,
I understand all these people doing the Free Britney movement, but now that she's free, you're like, no, she needs to go back on the conservatory. That
Britney Spears is the new Michael Jackson.
Is she?
As far as like weird celebrity, she's the new Michael Jackson. She's just doing weird shit.
Yeah.
So do you think?
I mean, she's gonna hang a baby out a window at some
I was
point.
about to say, is the Dancing with the Knives her version of hanging the baby out the window?
I don't know. I mean, it's still early. She's still in her early 40s,
And I was just gonna say, what's sad about that is that she didn't have she's famous, but she didn't have the star power of Michael Jackson. You know what I mean? Like,
no, she did not.
Like, even after Michael Jackson did all that shit, people were still like waiting on his next song. You know what I mean? Like,
even after he retired or allegedly retired, they were waiting for his This Is It tour.
Yeah, I wonder, I think, well, first of all, Justin Timberlake has been canceled, I think, 3 times by Britney Spears,
What?
Yeah, like, because...
Did we talk about that?
Well, the thing is, I think we talked about it briefly. So, like, remember that...
The whole sleeping with Britney, right?
Yeah, so so there was that. It was maybe the second time he's canceled by Britney, but the first time was, him basically getting shit by, he was doing that, like, grab him by the pussy talk with all these radio hosts that were asking him if he slept with Britney, when they were younger, and Britney was saying, "Oh no, we're just hanging out, holding hands," and he was like, "Oh no, man, I fucked that bitch. Like, let me just tell you right now."
Back in my day, holding hands meant
yeah.
tip.
And so he got dragged for that. And then I don't know if you remember when he also got dragged for basically blaming Janet Jackson for the
wardrobe malfunction.
And
yeah.
She was like banned from all these places. I think CBS, you said, Jay, if I'm remembering correctly, she was banned from some news stations. But he wasn't. And so now, most recently, he is being dragged again for the story that we only know one side of, which is that Britney's saying, "Yeah, I was pregnant with Justin's baby," and he called and was like,
go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, they talked about it, and he was like, "I'm not ready to be a father." They're young. I mean, if this is the time they were dating, they're in their early 20s, like early mid 20s.
They were in their teens, weren't they?
18, 19s, early 20s, late teens, where they were dating and they were an item, you know what I mean? And absolutely, probably 2 irresponsible adults, absolutely. And so, like, Justin's like, "Hey, I don't think," he has an entire career and his entire life ahead of him, and so did she.
Yeah,
so,
but he didn't like push her down the stairs and force her into having
but I mean, it's a traumatic experience, man. That's like
no, but like people. People are making it seem like he took the fucking coat hanger and shit, dude.
Okay, these are the worst abortion scenarios.
Yeah. Oh, what?
There's clinics.
Coat hanger.
There was clinics back when they were in their 20s.
Yeah, dude. They're
No,
gonna go
but
to
like,
the Planned
they're making
Parenthood.
they're making it seem like he forced her into an abortion, and he just said, "I'm not ready to be a dad," and then he could have been canceled for being a deadbeat dad.
Well,
She chose-
he would not have been a deadbeat dad. Because he's still Justin Timberlake from NSYNC.
well, the fact is it's
He would have just been
It's-
another
it's
celebrity
her-
with a kid from a previous relationship.
yeah.
Yeah,
There you go.
and
So I don't understand why he's being canceled for that then.
because okay, so you have to remember that like Britney is America's sweetheart, right? And so like
Whoa. No.
Yeah,
you don't think so?
she was.
You don't think
No.
so, Juan?
I don't think so.
Really?
No.
Why, Juan? Why?
I don't think she was America's sweetheart, man. I don't think she ever got that status.
I think so. I think there's a cross section of time where Britney Spears was seen as like the America's sweetheart, the innocent little girl next door who was dating the popular football jock Justin Timberlake, and like
Hold on.
She was a Musketeer for sure, too,
yeah, she was.
with Justin. Maybe that's how they made the baby, behind the Mickey Mouse costume.
I don't think so, but I think her celebridom goes. I think it earns her the moniker of like she was America's sweetheart. I think if you cross section her fame with Christina Aguilera's fame, I think they are both very, very different.
Christina Aguilera was what the dirty side to Britney.
No, I mean she was like the sugar and spice. You know what I mean? I don't know the dirty side, but it was sugar and spice. I think that when it became time to grow up in your music, I think Christina Aguilera took that like insane, and she made the song dirty. And I think Britney Spears did it in a more organic way, where she released songs like "Oops, I Did It Again" and "Toxic," and I can't think of those other ones. But anywho, I'm sure there's some Britney fans out there yelling like at this thing right now, going, "Why can't you name this song or this song or this song?"
There are no Britney fans listening to our
David
podcast.
Vardy came out in the.
Well, I tried.
My claim to fame is I knew the Mission Control guy from Oops, I Did It Again.
That's also true. We do know that guy. So we can get him on the podcast.
Yeah. I wonder how he's doing, man.
Yeah. Anyway, but you know, so I think they were two different like sugar and spice, and I think this Justin story, like it just was like us going, oh shit, like there was some like she didn't just have this perfect like little picture perfect life where she was famous, her sister was garnering fame, she was going on tour, she was living this like her life, meeting Kevin Federline and going through all this shit, like behind celebrity closed doors. Justin Timberlake was like, hey girl, so what do you want to do? You know what I mean? That's
They need to bring back.
Make him seem pervy.
They need to bring back VH1's Behind the Music.
I do, because that would be on there. And
there'd be a lot. There would be a lot.
Yeah, and it makes me wonder. Like, again, I feel like just Britney's story is a lot sadder than like a lot of people would probably believe. A lot of people would believe, based on just kind of everything that has unraveled itself in just the recent past. So you go back to early 2000s, and you are basically watching the girl get like used and abused, and then trying to cope with it as a young adult. I don't know, man. I don't know, but yeah, we should bring back VH1 Behind the Music. Do you have anything else, Juan? Anything else? She's writing a book. Is it a tell-all book, Juan?
I don't know, but I'm waiting for it to drop on Audible so I could go ahead and order it. I mean, if I gave Jada Pinkett Smith my money, Britney deserves it too.
Do you think so? You think Britney deserves your money?
I know more about Britney than I do of Jada.
That means you're racist.
No, I just before Will Smith, I didn't know who Jada Pinkett Smith was.
That's
In
because
fact, before The Matrix, I didn't.
Well, I mean, she was
What?
she was just Jada Pinkett.
Yeah, hold on.
No,
What-
wasn't she married already during the Matrix movies?
I mean, she was an actress. She was just Jada Pinkett.
I never saw any movies with her.
Wait, you never seen Set It Off? You never seen
No.
A Low Down Dirty Shame? You never seen Booty
No.
Call? You never
Was
seen
it
No.
Baps?
Baps? Oh
Nope.
my God, Juan, you're telling me a lot about you right now.
You know what I did see?
What is it?
Independence Day, Wild Wild West,
That was
Men in Black.
That was Vivica A. Fox. That was Rosario Dawson.
I'm naming Will Smith movies.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just telling you, the leading women in those have never been. You know, the first one you name, Independence Day, that's Vivica Fox. And what
In
wasn't
fact, in The Matrix, didn't
she?
Jada Pinkett have hair?
She did.
Was she in the first one?
But
She wasn't in the first Matrix.
No, she wasn't in the first one. No.
She was in the second and third as with this Asian guy who Niobe and Ghost. And that they had a whole subsection in the thing, and the backstory. She used to date Morpheus, but I just think it's crazy
and then she came back in the last movie, right?
Resurrections. I
Yes.
think
Yeah.
so. Was she in it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
she
can't
was.
remember.
She was.
Yeah, you saw it. You just all over the fucking trailer, dude.
She was aged.
I did.
They aged her up.
Oh yeah. Oh yes. That's right. That's right.
That wasn't
yes.
age. That was her normal.
No,
okay.
no.
Okay. Yeah, she was in there. She was but anyway, yeah, I think it's crazy, dude. You need to watch Set It Off. Set It Off is a great movie.
No.
Have you heard of Queen
am-
Latifah before?
Yes, I love Queen Latifah.
Let me ask you
what
a question.
happened to her.
Oh,
You know, she had her own talk show.
yeah, but wait, you've never heard of wait. Did you hear of her after Bringing Down the House? Because that's when she became like, mainstream.
I liked her before Bringing Down the House. She had her own show, man.
What show was that?
Fuck.
Living single.
Living Single.
So you see,
Yeah, that's what I just said, motherfucker.
Yeah, wait. You said Living Single, but you've seen Living Single, but you've never seen like anything with Jada. You need to watch Booty Call. It's great too.
No.
Was that with Jamie Foxx?
Tommy Davidson and Jamie Foxx.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great, man.
I saw the Jamie Foxx show.
Yeah, that's like Frances something. I can't remember her last name, but that's not Jada Pinkett.
No, but I saw the Jamie Foxx show. I saw Living Single. Love Living Single.
Who's your? What was Queen Latifah's name?
I can't
Living
remember,
Single?
but there was
It's your
Regina,
favorite show.
the rich cousin. There was also TJ or TC. I can't remember the actor's name, but he came out in fucking Final Destination. Fuck, even Queen Latifah came out in a couple of episodes of Fresh Prince as Will Smith's love interest.
Yeah, but you still didn't answer what her name was.
I can't remember. It's been fucking years since I saw it, dude.
But you love the show. It's been years since I've seen it.
Again, you know my fucking memory. I remember random shit.
It's not because you're racist. It's not because
No.
Okay.
But I did love that show.
Wait, I think I remember her name in the show.
Oh wait, do you remember what it is?
What
Jay?
was it?
Was it Khadijah?
It was
Yes.
Khadijah. Yeah,
It was that. Yeah.
It was Khadijah.
Yeah. What was the name of TC's character?
TC.
I don't know.
That's TC or TJ. He was a hoity-toity one. The one that ends up dating Maxine. Him and Maxine hated each other. And towards the end of the show...
Kratos. He's the first voice of Kratos. That's who you're talking about.
Who's Kratos?
Jay knows who Kratos is.
Yeah, God of War.
Yeah, you're, I can't remember his name now that you bring it up, but it's because my brain was too busy making fun of you about it.
Yeah, but he also came out in Final Destination. I liked him.
Did you really?
What was the name of Kim
Oh, yeah.
Kim Cole's character? She was kind of the ditzy.
Yeah,
Regina.
No, Regina was played by Tootie.
Yeah.
Tootie from the
Kim
Facts
Fields.
of Life. Kim Fields, thank you.
Oh, shit, I forgot about the ditzy one.
Yeah,
Rose. No, wait, no, Rose
No.
was
The
the Golden
Girls.
Girls. Oh, shit. No, but it similar fucking character. Similar.
No, her name. Hold on here. IMDb. Kim Cole's. Her name is Sinclair. Her name was Sinclair. And- yeah, Sinclair.
I love Sinclair.
Yeah, she was adorable. And then Maxine, and Terrence T.C. Carson. That's who he's played. Kyle.
TC
Kyle. That's who he was.
Yeah. Maxine and Kyle hated each other. Yeah.
Yeah, until they started fucking, and then
Yep.
It's like I love fucking.
I don't hate her as much.
Yeah, it's like I don't know what it is. It's suddenly she has a nice personality.
She has qualities that I like now.
Yeah, yeah. And this is way off topic, but the rumor is that they took this show, the format of this show, and basically added 7 white people and called it Friends, and now Friends is the.
Shut up! Really?
Yeah.
When did Living Single come out? I thought it came out after Friends.
No, it was before Friends.
Yeah, wait. Have you never heard the theory, Jay?
No, I've never heard that theory.
Yeah,
but it's 2 completely different shows, man. Same concept, Friends.
No, but after Friends, there was all these copycat shows that came out.
Like
what?
Like How I Met Your Mother. So
How I Met Your Mother was not. Oh,
okay. So Living Single, the first season of Living Single is 1993, and it goes until 1998. Friends. First season of Friends comes out in 1994. Format is 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 friends living in the city, getting together, learning to live together, living single. 6 black friends, 3 male, 3 females, just like Friends, living in close vicinity to one another, living their life.
Yeah,
living their life.
There was a lot of those copycat type shows.
After Friends.
Yeah,
but
after Friends.
After Living Single. And I want to say it's written by the same people. I want to say it's written by the same people, but basically they took a treatment
Francis
and said
Kaufman.
It was like, well, how do we make this more appealing for a white audience? And oh my God, man. Dude, speaking of, so Jaleel White, Urkel,
Mm-hmm.
do you guys still follow him on social media?
I used to.
He recently did like a radio interview, and if I can find it, I'll add it in the
show notes.
The show notes this week. But he was talking about how when they added him to the show because they were trying to figure out how to write for. Well, they didn't know how to write for the black audience, right? They had a cast full of black people, and they just basically got as many people as they would be able to recognize. Black people would recognize. So that's why Reginald Bell Johnson is a cop inside the show, because he was most recently a cop in Die Hard, which was this explosive hit. They're like, yeah, we need a black guy who can be in the show, and he's going to be a cop. And we need this lady from Perfect Strangers who is I think she was the door person or the
yeah, she was like the elevator operators.
Yeah, and it's Perfect Strangers, and that ends up being Carl's wife. And then their sister-in-law was supposed to be another person, and I don't know what she was in before.
But Jaleel White was a guest star.
He was okay,
rated high, and they made him a regular.
So here he tells this interesting story about how,
and didn't he guest star in a fucking show before Family Matters, and they brought him into that show?
I don't know, but I'd like to hear what Sean was gonna say.
Yeah, me too. Me too. But Jaleel tells this story about how, yes, before he got on Family Matters, before he made his debut, yeah, he had featured in another show, but that was after they had already shot that episode with him on Family Matters. It hadn't aired yet, to answer your question, Juan. But anyway, he tells a story about how the writer's room for Family Matters, an all-black television show, was all a bunch of Jewish white guys. And so he uses this clip from the first or second episode of the show where, and I can't think of her name right now, and it's going to the sister-in-law, who has a little baby.
Jackie.
Oh, Thelma Hopkins.
Yeah.
Her character's name was Jackie, wasn't it? Or
no clue. But she walks in the door and says, "Oy vey, that was a hell of a day."
Oh yeah.
And they just go, "That's not how black people talk. Black people don't walk in the house and say, 'Oy.' That's how the Jewish writers that's how they talk. That's how that. And so the writing crew was approached by the staff that goes, "Hey man, look, we'll do whatever you want, but we need you to write this show so that it appeals to more of the black audience." And so then enters Steve Urkel, because they were just trying to do things for ratings, right? So what they did was made a weird little black Jewish proxy kid who loved all the stuff that they loved. Like, you know, he liked polka music. He liked cheese. He liked weird shit. And he was like a scientist, and he was like in love with, like, you know, the neighbor. And that is like who they wrote for. They basically wrote him with all the shit, and they said, okay, cool, we'll write the rest of the family as normal, but like Steve was their outlet for all the random Jewish shit they couldn't normally write for. It's a crazy thing.
Wrote
I find
a Jewish kid and casted a black kid.
Yeah, because it was in a black sitcom. You know what I mean? It's so crazy. It's just a crazy story to listen to, because like I never thought about it that way, but then like when he tells it like that, I go, holy fucking shit, that is absolutely what happened.
Like Kyle's cousin on South Park. That little
like whose cousin on South Park?
Kyle has his cousin, this little nerdy Jewish kid.
Yes. He's
like my mom won't let me do things because I'm allergic to everything.
He's like his thick ass glasses, and he has like really, really red hair because he's a Broflovsky.
Dude, that is eye opening right there.
Yeah, it's crazy, and it's. I mean, it makes sense for the time, right? Because it's 1989, and the writing room is super. They're white. They're just white. There's not a lot of diversity there, and so like because that's why shows like Perfect Strangers and all those other ones, they are what they are. You know what I mean? Because they're writing for that audience. Like it's not a lot of like black sitcoms come along like this, because if you think about it, like, you know, in the 90s there are only a handful of like all black casts.
Well, I mean, every like black sitcom was trying to be the Cosby Show, you know, like they were the Cosbys were this heavyweight of a black sitcom family. They were rich, they were educated, you know, they didn't live in the ghetto like most of the other black sitcoms. I mean, besides the Jeffersons, but the Jeffersons, they came into all this money, and
but
it wasn't about their family, though.
Yeah, it's true, and oh man, you know, and the Inside the Idiot Box, they did a review of one of the episodes, and they changed the it was like one of the serious things where Eddie gets pulled over and he gets racially profiled. But are you going to explain it?
No, I love that episode.
Because I'm starting to get subtle tones of racism from you in this episode, Juan. I don't know why. I
love that episode because fucking Carl goes and confronts his fellow officers for doing that shit to his son.
Yeah, he does.
It was a heavy hitting episode.
It was, and the Inside the Idiot Box guys, they changed the audio track on the underneath it to sound like a comedy track. It was hilarious to listen to.
And you say that, fuck you.
Well, they were doing it to be goofy. You were doing it. Anyway, so anyway, yeah, I just thought that was, not to get even further off topic, but yeah, that was crazy interesting, just about like family matters. And that's why Steve Urkel is Steve Urkel.
You want to know a fun fact about Steve Urkel?
Sure, Juan.
As he continued to progress playing Steve Urkel, he hated the character and he hated the pants. So slowly but surely, he kept on convincing the writers to allow him to change the style of Urkel. So if you look in the earlier seasons, he had the suspenders with the high water pants and everything. And then in the later seasons, he was allowed to get rid of the suspenders, high water pants. Then they also allowed him to introduce Stefan, the character, and then they allowed him to do more episodes as Stefan, just to keep him happy, because Urkel was a big draw for the ratings.
Dude, can you imagine? Like Jaleel White, early 90s, all kinds of, like, he's the most famous, but every woman that approaches you thinks that you're Steve Urkel.
And they want him to say, "Did I do that?" as he's doing.
He's like trying to get these women's number. Like if I was Jaleel White, I want to be Stefan a little bit more too, just so like people like, you know, to put some respect on his name a little bit.
Yo! I was at the club and all I heard was, "Do it, baby, do it. Did I do that?
I honestly don't think that it was a big problem for his.
you don't think so, man? I don't know, man. It's just like, hey, man, nothing. I don't know. I feel like there's a little bit. Maybe season 1, season 2. At least.
Well, I mean, he was just kind of a little kid though at the time. So
that's also true. That's also true.
Did I do that?
But Juan, do you have anything else that'll take us far off track? Because this started with Britney Spears, I think.
I didn't bring up fucking Family Matters. Fuck you. Why don't we talk about the Wayans brothers?
What happened to the Wayans brothers?
Oh, nothing. We're talking about old sitcoms. That was another show I liked.
Really?
Oh yeah.
What was the there was a character there on that show. He was a grifter, you know.
I don't remember that, but I also remember the security guard that had the crush on Marlon. And then the only reason I also liked that show, the only reason I saw Friday was because of Pops.
And I've never heard someone be so racist in my entire life.
How am I racist? How is that racist, Sean?
I think you know, but if I say
no,
it,
I don't. I'm trying to understand. I told you the only reason I saw Friday, or was it Friday after next, was because of Pops. The ribs so good they make you want to smack your mama. Hey, mama.
That was a pretty good old black person impression.
Yeah, man. God, dude, the guy, and he's dead now. John Witherspoon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's fucking hilarious, dude. But my favorite Friday gag from him is he's inside the truck, and he's eating a burrito, and he's like dumping like hot sauce on the burrito, and he just sings out loud, "Hot sauce on my burrito, baby," and I'm like, it is the greatest fucking line ever. I laugh at it every single time because it's just so fucking silly. It's great. But yeah, the Wayans Brothers is a good sitcom. You know any trivia about that show, Juan?
No, but didn't Keenan direct a lot of the episodes for that one?
No clue.
I don't know.
I think he did.
I think
fun fact, the Wayans are a big Jehovah Witness family.
How do you know that?
I knew members of the church that kind of I don't want to say talk smack, but talked about the Wayans family because they would still go to church, but they weren't examples of Jehovah's Witnesses because they were too showy and everything.
Oh, it must be nice that they were rich then.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and Marlon Wayans making a comeback. He's
which one, the son or
Marlon Wayans? Marlon.
Oh, Marlon.
Yeah, he.
Oh, on Netflix, right?
I don't know if he has another Netflix show coming out. I just know that he stayed busy, like after all that stuff. Yeah, after the show,
scary movies.
Well, yeah. So he had scary movie success, and then he did. You know, the Wayans brothers did. The other thing about the Wayans family is that they take care of themselves, right? They take care of each other. You know, they'll do like stuff like White Chicks and Little Man, and like, you know,
and a lot of the family was in it.
Yeah, remember that movie Senseless? Remember that?
Well, yeah, with David Spade.
Yeah,
it started off with fucking In Living Color. That was a lot of the Wayans family, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's Keenan Ivory Wayans.
Well, I mean, Keenan Ivory Wayans and Robert Townsend, they wrote Hollywood Shuffle, and that was a parody on blaxploitation films, and a lot of the Wayans were in that, and then In Living Color happened.
But yeah, In Living Color is great, dude.
I just remember Living Color. I used to stay up as a kid to watch it.
Who's your favorite character, Juan?
Hobo the Clown. Homie the Clown.
Hobo the Clown.
Homie the Clown. Homie the Clown.
It's too late, man.
Remember that old 90s skit with Hobo the Clown?
Homie the Clown. Homie the Clown.
You guys remember that show?
Didn't also fucking Jim Carrey got a start in that one.
James Carrey?
And fucking Jennifer Lopez, she was one of the dancers.
She was one of the Fly Girls.
Yeah, that's I think that's common knowledge though, man. James Carey. But there's other.
Did he go by James Carey during the show?
Yeah, he did. But you would know that if you watched it.
I was a kid, man. I just watched it. I watched that and the Tracy Ullman show.
Jay, who's your favorite In Living Color character?
Homie the Clown.
I liked Anton.
Yes. Anton Brown. That's or no, his name is Anton Jackson. Anton Jackson.
And then the Damon Wayans would do this guy in jail who just say a bunch of big words.
Oh yeah. If I need to capitulate, the man stated part of the thing. Oh God, I can't do it. It was great. It was fucking great. What are you talking about?
And handyman.
Handyman. Yeah. I got
handyman.
Yeah, handyman.
Hey, speaking
Handyman is great, dude.
Handyman
speaking of
so...
handyman, did you?
You could never do handyman in this today.
No.
Juan, you were saying I'm sorry.
No. Speaking of handyman, did you guys ever watch PJ the Projects?
Yeah, I did watch the PJs, and he was a superintendent, not a handyman.
He was a handyman, dude.
He was a super of the building.
Yeah, he was a superintendent.
And what did he do?
Yes, he would make repairs on the building, but as a superintendent.
Yeah, I mean his title was superintendent. His title, he wasn't a handy. He was a handyman, but
he was handy, but
he's
his title,
mostly the superintendent.
Yeah, he put some respect on his name. Hey, do you know his name, Juan? Do you know what the superintendent's name was?
Eddie Murphy.
You know what his character name was? This is your
PJ.
This is your black test, bro. You're failing it right now.
PJ.
No, his name was Thurgood Stubbs.
How do you remember shit like that, man?
Because that's what my brain is built like that. I don't know. I don't know why. But anyway, circling back to Living Color. Yes, Handyman, great. So Anton Jackson is my all-time favorite. Anton Jackson, Calhoun Tubbs, Homie the Clown.
Calhoun Tubbs. wrote a song about it here.
Yeah.
Want to hear it? Here goes.
It's fucking great.
Oh, David Allen
so
Greer
good.
is he's so underrated a lot of times.
Yeah. He's so good, man. He's so good. Anyway, oh dude, man. Yeah, and Living Color is great. If you've never seen Living Color, it is a gem. It is the comedy, the risqueness, like just some of the skits themselves. Like, I mean, there's some stuff that people remember, but there's other things they were doing that just flat out ridiculous. Like the head detective. Remember that guy?
Yeah. He was just a head and feet. But he was also a detective.
Yeah. His entire body gets destroyed, but they were able to save his head and feet. And it's like, oh my God, man. They were doing stuff. It's just great. It's just
there was the Men on Film series where they would hate everything feminine, but every film about guys, they're like, ooh, I loved it.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, man. Oh my God. They don't make stuff like that anymore. They just don't.
Well, they really can't.
That's also true. That is also true.
They used to do a lot of music video parodies.
Oh yes, yeah, they did, and they had musical guests too, didn't they?
Yeah, they had a musical guest. It was a competition for Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, well, I mean, Saturday. I do you know if Saturday Night Live was running concurrently, or did it start a little bit after or before? Did it do? I don't know.
I want to say it did. It aired on Saturday nights, but I don't remember.
Let's see. SNL, Saturday Night Live, 1975. I feel like the Living Color was like 1992 to 94. I think that's what we got. So Saturday Night Live. So it was obviously like, hey guys, comedy can be a little more risque than what's on Saturday Night Live. I think that's what it was. What In Living Color was. Honestly, I'm trying to find a Am I the Asshole? But what I got here in front of me is one, and I'll read through it because I haven't had a chance to, but the title is, Am I the Asshole for no longer defending my ex-husband to our adult children? It starts with saying, the title pretty much says it all. My 39 female ex-husband, 43, or me, I guess they say me, 39 female, my ex-husband, 43 male. And I divorced almost 2 years ago, and we have 2 children who are now 18 and 21. One of our issues while we were married was that I felt my ex wasn't very involved in the kids as they grew up in their adolescence. As younger children, he was fantastic, but as they got older and needed more discipline, more structure, and had typical teenage mood swings and behaviors, he was just kind of there. And then when our kids approached him for things, he would often get irritated or seemed on edge. Our kids would often come to me and express how they felt, they would feel about their dad wasn't very approachable, or they felt like they were bothering him. So I told him that that's what the kids were feeling, to encourage him to spend more quality time and talk to the kids. I told him that the only amount of X time with me, so I told him he only had X amount of time with me before they would be gone, and how it could hinder their future relationships. And the kids would also say bad things about their dad, and I would often have to correct them or defend their dad. So fast forward to now, to the future, the present. He complains how the kids call him, or they don't call him, or they don't see him, that he doesn't feel important to them. They don't care very much for him, and how it hurts his feelings. Now, I don't remind him of the talks we had about saying, hey, you should reach out to the kids more, or hey, you should take time to spend time with them. But now that they're 18 and 21 and in college and moved out in the way, we sold the house and we got a divorce. So he's been on his own for 3 years. The kids just don't reach out to him the way he feels like they should. The kids are now seeing their dad as their dad and say that not so great things about him. And now I don't correct them when they are doing that stuff. And that basically goes on to say a little bit more of that. So I won't read anymore. But basically, she wants to know if it's okay if she's the asshole for not defending her kids, not defending her ex-husband to her grown kids. What do you guys think?
She's not an asshole. The end.
Really? You don't think so?
I don't think she's an asshole. Now, if she is adding to the fuel and saying, yeah, he's a deadbeat, yeah, she's an asshole. But if she's not, here's the thing. Kids or children or your fruit of your loins are smart. Eventually, they're going to realize the truth, whether you try to shield them from him or try to tell them differently. They're going to realize it, man. And the more you try to defend the other individual, they're going to probably hate you, or not hate you, but resent you for it.
I'm gonna put my Juan hat on a little bit here, because she talks about,
that was my Juan answer. What the fuck?
No, I'm putting on my Juan hat here because there's missing information here, right? It's a one-sided story.
Oh, fuck you.
Well, she doesn't explain why they got divorced. Just that they got divorced. The kids grew up. The kids would ask him for stuff, it sounds like she was expecting him just to do stuff, but we don't know if she was like the type of person to be like, I know your dad said this, but this is what we're gonna do. And so he got to a point in their relationship where he's like, just go ask your mom, because she's gonna override whatever I say anyway, it sounds like they're having marital issues well into their adolescence. So he just got to the point where he felt like he couldn't engage with the kids in a way that was meaningful, right? Or maybe he got a new job. Who knows? Maybe he was working out more. I don't fucking know. I don't know. I feel like I need a little more context as far as their relationship, because right now it's just like, she is painting herself to be this angel. Like, I take care of the kids, and I make sure that, that they had everything they needed, and they would ask me. And so I wouldn't talk bad about him, but I would just make sure that, the kids were good. So I don't know, man. I feel like there's a lot. I mean, the comments are also praising her for saying, they're with you, Juan. But I feel like there's an X factor here. There's something going on that I just don't get.
In that context, I believe she's the asshole.
That's fair. Yeah, same. I don't know if like if things are as stated here, then yeah, obviously, yeah, she's not an asshole. She's a mom who's like, I let my kids grow up and try to protect them from their dad, who's kind of a deadbeat, but now they're adults, and they can put two and two together on their own. I think that's fair. But I just don't know. I don't know, like, what's the deal? I don't know what's the deal. But anyway, Juan, do you think so? You don't think she's the asshole? Not even that secondary context. Really?
The moms are always going to be loved,
It's true.
Unconditionally,
It's true.
Dads have a harder time to,
yeah, man. Chris Rock, I think he spelled it out pretty well. He was like, There's all this stuff for mama. I love my mama, but Papa was a Rolling Stone. That's the thing from his special. Well, with that said, we didn't have Peter on this episode because I am a horrible host. But Juan, now it's time for the gauntlet. If you're ready, you ready for the gauntlet?
Sure.
So moving on to the gauntlet. The gauntlet. If you remember the last time we were here, Jay, you had negative 200 points. Negative 200 points. Juan, you had negative 400 points, and I have 1,000 points. How do you like them apples, Juan?
I'm negative what?
400 points. Yeah. So that means you get to go first this round. All right. So Juan, what do you got? What's going on here? What do you do?
Season 1 for 300.
Season 1.
Season 3 for 500.
Hold on here.
What is it? Logarithm.
Season 1 and 2 for 300.
No. I said season 3 for 500.
Oh, that's not what I heard. Season 3 for 500.
Season 3 for 500. Yes.
Yeah. Let's see here. This is Juan's description of what FOMO meant.
Fuck. What is an Uber fan foaming from the mouth?
Uber fan. If it's not the exact wording, you should know.
No. Fuck you. Just see what the answer is.
What was foaming at the mouth? Well, you said Uber fan foaming at the mouth and not.
No, fuck you. I
is,
got it right. No, screw you.
Jay, do you think I should give him? Because earlier, remember when I said wife in the very first episode and he said that doesn't count?
Just give it to him, please.
I'm 100 points, bitch.
You know why? Because people are just tired of you bitching. That's why. All right. So Jay, it's on you now. What's your
Season
category?
4 for 500, Jay.
I'll do season 3 for 400.
Season 3 for 400. Here we go. Juan and his wife had a voting battle about this topic. That's the season Juan cheated.
God, I don't know. What is Juan's cooking? I don't know.
Well, Juan, you can't steal, and I have no clue what the fuck it is. So,
what is one of these has to go Disney movie edition?
Yeah. Well, thank you for giving out the answer, Jay. You want to answer again?
What is the Disney?
Why couldn't I steal? He already had a wrong one.
Because the person who can steal is the person who goes next, and that's me, and I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, dude.
All right, so you're gonna say, well, Juan said, okay. What are tearjerker moments in the gauntlet? I don't know.
I don't remember that.
It's okay, Juan. It's okay. But this is Jay's answer. So he got it wrong, and here we go. There you go. Now
he's negative what?
600. You're not reading the screen?
It doesn't show on mine.
Why?
Because I have the menu bar in the bottom.
Okay. All right. So that makes it my turn, and I don't know what I should pick, but because
season 4 or 500.
Season 4.
You have the points. You have points to lose.
That's not how you win the game, Juan. That's not how you win. I should nickel and dime you until I win, but I'll do something more recent. Season 6 for 500.
Wimp. There's a lot of Juan questions. Fuck you, Ozzy.
I don't actually. So the question is, season 6 for 500. Juan proudly stated he got 83% on his alignment test, and what is his moral alignment test for when we were doing the thing? But I don't know if that's how we're supposed to answer the question. So
yeah, I answered the wrong one.
Yeah, it's pretty legit. But what is his moral alignment test? Yeah, look at me. All right. Well, thanks, Juan. I appreciate that. I'm now in more of a lead. I have 1,500 points. How does that make you feel?
Give Jay his pity shit.
Yep. So, Jay, that means that it's on you for the pity round. You can choose from any of the extras here. The extras should all be like 500. But anyway.
Extra 1 or extra 2?
I'll do extra 2 for 300.
Extra 2 for 300.
And this one we could all steal, right?
No, it's a pity. But this movie / character got a southern spin thanks to Juan.
Again, why? Juan? Fuck you, Ozzy.
I remember this. Jade, it was you who did it. It was you who did it. It's
who is Cruella?
Who is
Krella?
Yeah. Yeah, Krella Devil. That's oh, sweet Jesus. Oh no.
So he's now negative what?
300.
He's negative 300, but I gotta.
And I'm what?
You have 100 points, Juan, and I have 1,500 points. So fuck you very much.
Yeah.
All right. So Juan, we're done. We did the gauntlet.
Thank God. Okay, we're done, and no Peter tonight because you suck. So we're done for the night. Everybody have a good night. All
right. So okay, got it. You're done. Glad to hear. Thanks, Juan. Do you think Will Smith is going to be a forever simp? Do you? Do you think that Juan is a little racist for not knowing Queen Latifah's name and living single?
Khadija.
Yeah, God bless you. Do you think that Juan's a little racist for not knowing John Witherspoon's name in the Wayans brothers? Do you think that Juan is a little racist?
Pops.
Do you think Juan's a little racist for liking all these black shows because his friend is black and now he's trying to prove he has some black cred? Tell us. We want to know. Juan, tell them where they can tell us.
I just want to know, which one are you considering black, you or Jay?
Khadija.
The fact that you're counting Juan is making it a little more suspect here.
Sus. The kids say sus. Anyways, don't forget to rate and review us on iTunes. Help us climb those charts by contributing to the algorithm. Connect with us on our website, which is INCYCSHOW.com. You can follow us on all the socials, including X, formerly known as Twitter. Email us some of your suggestions or comments to INCYCShow@gmail.com. You can leave us a voicemail and the links in the show notes, or just go directly to www.anchor.fm/INCYCShow. And we also have merch in partnership with LindaMyra.com. Get your very own I'm Not Crying, You're Crying t-shirt. Just follow the link in the show notes. Toodaloo, motherfuckers.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.